Hey guys, Midway Piper here with you. A couple quick things to talk about today. First thing is VR to the Painting Piper. First of all, if you're not subscribed to him, please go do that. So in his last video, he's talking about a blend that he had ordered from Cornell and Deal, and how it had a a very burly flavoring to it. I'm not sure if the camera's picking up all that wind or not. It was just absolutely beautiful, sunny, 50-something degrees out here not long ago. So, anyways, and he mentioned that he's not a fan of burleys. Remind him of sort of cigarette smell. And I just want to do a quick VR because I'm working on appreciating burleys. So, just a couple things that I've found so far. When I came out here, actually, so right now, you guys know my friend Bert. This pipe is quickly becoming probably my favorite. I love all my Harriet pipes for sure. There's just the weight of this pipe, the shape, the way it sits, clenches, all of it. It's just fantastic. So, I'll tell you what I have in just a moment. But it is not the original blend that I came out here with. The original blend I came out here with, I wanted to give Haunted Bookshop another shot. It's been something I've been thinking about for the last couple days, and the ounce or so that I ordered of it before, I've only smoked it once, didn't enjoy it at all. Dried out my mouth. Didn't enjoy the taste or the smell of it. But it's probably got about 5 months of age on it now, so I figured I'd give it another go. Nope. Still a no from me. Not enjoyable at all. Again, drying my mouth out. I shouldn't have put any of it in this pipe. But I dumped it, and I put a blend I like in here a lot better. Unfortunately, it hasn't cleared out all the Haunted Bookshop taste yet, which is unfortunate because I do enjoy this blend. But point being to that, if I had to give you a couple suggestions, Painting Piper, for good burley blends, the two that I would really start with that'll get you going in the right direction and really give you an idea if you have any sort of tolerance for burley at all. They're both, the two that I have in mind are both from Ken Byron. So, timing can be a little bit tricky on them. I believe he's got what I'm smoking in here right now available on his site. Having my pipe right now it's called Handsome Stranger. And then along the same vein, Burley Morning Pipe. Both of those blends are really good from Ken Byron. Paladin often refers to it kind of as like a peanut butter burley. It's definitely hits different than a lot of the burley blends. So I would recommend starting with one of those two. If you're interested, my email is in my description. Just hit me up real quick, Painting Piper, and I can get you some samples sent over if you're interested. So those two would be good ones to try. If I'm not sure if I'm not looking at my collect tobacco and have something in mind that I'm really going for, a lot of the times I kind of just sort of gravitate towards those two, which is weird because I'm not a huge Burley fan. In fact, to be perfectly honest, I was about to smoke an English today because that seems like it would really hit the spot. But I wanted to give the Haunted Bookshop another try, and very disappointed. So don't try that one, in my opinion. I know I've probably just lost several subscribers for saying that, but oh well, sorry. So Handsome Stranger and Burley Morning Pipe are the two that I would recommend trying. They're pretty similar blends to each other, so if you just get one, gives you a decent idea of what the other one is. If you don't like one of them, you're probably not going to like the other one either. So yeah, those would be my recommendations for Burleys. The other one I've found that I like, I even hesitate to say it because it's no point of really searching it out right at this point. H.H. Burley, McBaron. If you can find some, give it a shot. I think it's pretty good. But I think that ship has sailed, so that's that. Those are a couple of Burleys I would recommend trying if you're interested in that. I am sort of going back and starting to gain a little bit more of an appreciation for some of the Codger blends. Prince Albert. Velvet, I'm still kind of on the fence with. I'll be honest, half and half, I do like that one. But if you're, I think it's pretty safe to say if you're not a fan of Burley Morning Pipe or Handsome Stranger, that's probably not your cup of tea then. Which is fine because there's plenty of options. So. The other thing I want to talk about real quick is what's going on for Piper X1X, Jonathan. I'm going to be honest, it's hard to relate being in the US because to this point, we don't really pay import fees on things. We can pretty fairly order things from anywhere in the world, and as long as it's going to a deliverable address, we'll receive it. Is that going to change? I don't know. I don't know if anybody's really sure about what's coming with these, tariff changes and whatnot. In all reality, that's going to get handed down to the customers. So, the prices for things in the U.S. will go up to cover the cost for the companies of those tariffs. So, that is what it is. So it's kind of hard to relate to. I wish I had an answer. Obviously, Jonathan, I think, is really one of the only ones who's really made a point specifically of talking about not mentioning names of where you get things from. And I think here, if you're talking from the U.S., it's just not something that most people think about. I do shipping for work as part of my job. And so I am aware of import fees in other countries. So when we send products to other countries, if it's not marked as a gift, especially, there's generally some sort of fee involved with it. So that does get tricky. I've had packages returned as it was like a $50 package, and the receiving country wanted something like another $50 in import fees, and the customer was like, nope, don't want it that bad, and it was sent back to us. So Jonathan, hopefully you can get your money back, at least on what you ordered that's not going to be delivered. Hopefully once they receive that package back, they'll refund you, hopefully. But yeah, here in the States, it's just kind of hard here in the States to relate to that. What I can tell you is over the last 10 years, the UK specifically is one of the worst countries for import fees. I know in one of the shipping programs we use at work, to Canada at least, I think that's the only country actually, I can prepay that import fee so it doesn't fall on the customer and it will get delivered. No options like that for the UK. So I don't really know what to do. I really don't know what could be done. I assume if you're ordering from within country, there's no import fees to you, at least specifically. We might start to see that it's going to be more costly for us in the U.S. to get brands that are made or produced overseas. I know right now, smoking pipes, at least a lot of the Gawith and Hogarth stuff is out of stock. So it's not a constant replenishment that they do for those brands. So I don't know. Everyone's just so concentrated on getting their bottom dollar that yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I know Royal Mail, I believe, was just sold to a private company in the UK, and it sounds like we're going to be doing something similar here in the US. Our Postmaster General was stepped down, they say. And now there's talk of moving the Postal Service here in the US to a different department of the government, Department of Commerce. So who knows what changes are coming for us in that regard. I think last year they were saying our Postal Service came up with a $9 billion deficit, which is insane. Probably come from all the junk mail that they deliver. Although that is the majority of their volume, I guess, at this point. I don't know what their fee structure looks like on that. I know that a lot of the post office currently has several unions. There's one for clerks and one for, I don't know what you call them, the people that deliver the mail. There's different unions involved, and I hear about some crazy nonsense involved with those. It's practically impossible to, unless you really screw up as a postal employee, it's pretty much impossible to fire somebody. So I don't know. I think will be changing soon. Last I saw on that, they were talking about moving it to commerce, and combining it with a couple other things like the census. They were saying that this is the director, the newly appointed director of commerce. He was saying that something like $40 billion a year is spent on doing the census, between hiring people to do it, all the vehicles associated with it, fuel, all the above for the census data. He was pretty much saying, wouldn't that be great if we had a vehicle that went to every house all the time and they could get proper census information. He goes, oh wait, that's the post office. Fair point. So even with I don't know, I don't remember if it was million or billion. At this point, doesn't really matter since our national debt's in the trillions. But anyways, with that kind of deficit, but if you can get rid of the 40 that's needed for the census, you're still don't want to say a profit, but you've already stopped a lot of the bleeding. And being able to provide paperwork for when somebody dies or when somebody's born, make sure all that stuff gets updated properly. The post office could be doing all that kind of stuff. I guess. So. Things are definitely going to be changing here in the U.S. shortly. So maybe, we like to think that, it's not going to go in that same direction, but what do we really know at this point, right? As I keep saying, this is we're kind of in the easy time here right now, as far as these big changes that are coming through. We're cutting government jobs left and right. Shrinking government, and that's good, that's great. But again, I see that as the easy part. What's not making money? How do we cut those losses? Okay, cool, let's get rid of those things. But at some point, we're gonna have to rebuild, or not to the degree that it was, but we're gonna have to I think there's going to be a lot of moving the deck chairs. Let's move this department to that department, so that way we can cut that department's losses a little bit. And I'm not fully convinced that we're going to get rid of all that much. So I don't know. We will see. Time will tell. Time will tell. But, Jonathan, I understand you need the time. Of course, we all support you taking that. However, I do know this infamous Harriet pipe is supposed to be coming to your door soon. So if you want to, make a guest appearance for a minute and show that off. I know you said you were thinking about waiting off on opening that pipe until you come back to the YTPC, but damn it, we want to see the pipe. Yeah, it is sad in a lot of ways that something as simple as smoking a pipe is seen so poorly. For me, this is a time to relax. Time to just, sit back and, quite frankly, as weird as that is, a lot of the time I'm sitting here making a video while I'm doing that. But, it is a nice little break in the day, a little de-stressor, and it is sort of a shame to see how how it's seen so badly. But this is the effect of giving too much power to the wrong people. So unfortunately, the wrong people have learned if they say the right thing at the right time, they get all the power. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I know a lot of guys, this is why a lot of people talk about having a having a stash of the things you like. And you know, every time I look around online, I add some stuff to my cart. You know, a couple of samples of various things to try. You know, next thing you know, the cart's up to $90. Got 3 or 4 blends in the cart, and $90. That's not really sustainable. And that's just the tobacco. Never mind pipe acquisition disorder. So there's a pipe or two that I'm looking at, and I would like to get at some point. Rudy Verkrusen. I'm sure I'm still saying your last name wrong, sorry, but you know, he's got a couple of those really nice looking little Dagner pipes. It'd be cool to get one of those. But yeah, you know, the cost of everything just keeps going up, and you know, things like that are gone from just sort of a little, yeah, I can do that this month, to yeah, maybe not. So I'm reaching the point now where it's kind of like you got to wait till the end of the month and see what's left over. You know, this is the wonderful time of year. You got taxes coming up. Got to get all that stuff taken care of. Started at apparel business last year, and that took quite the it's gonna put me in quite the red for last year, so I'm not super worried for taxes on that. But you never know, honestly, how that kind of stuff plays out until you submit your taxes and you get something back, and mostly a bill. So you know, that sucks. You know, I got homeowners taxes for a house that is paid off. That's crazy. Pay for the grace of living in the home that I already own. Then you got homeowners insurance bill coming up, and car insurance bill coming up, and yeah, hopefully the weather starts getting better. It's supposed to get a bit of a cool down again coming up soon. Hopefully we'll be able to turn off the furnace soon. I won't have those massive oil bills coming in a month or two. That'd be nice and helpful. You know, it's something like $700 a month in heating oil. So yeah, I gotta contact them and set up a payment plan to so I could budget that out throughout the year better. But yeah, you know, electric costs are going up, internet costs went up. I've already scrapped cable. We've really only got one internet provider in the area. I think I'm on the last scraps of this pipe. Food costs keep going up. You know, it's costing more and more just to do the same thing you've always done. So, I wish there was a good answer, bud. But, yeah. Anyways, Painting Piper, Ken Byron, Handsome Stranger, Bradley Morning Pipe, and you know, like I said, reach out if you want me to send you a quick sample of each of those to give a shot. If you buy from Ken Byron, they're 2-ounce packages that come to your door. So I think I looked yesterday, they had some Handsome Stranger left. And then again, who knows what's happening? I don't know where they get their tobaccos from that they blend. So if they're from Sutliff, who knows what those blends are going to look like in the future. So, yeah. So much for a short one. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.